Hey everybody, this is Brianna Rutter, and in this hair tutorial, I am going to teach you how to do the VIXEN sew-in, step-by-step for beginners. The hair I am wearing is from Wonders, and for my VIXEN sew-in, I installed 4 bundles of hair, so I have 1 bundle in each section of my hair. The Wonders hair texture I installed is their Peruvian straight hair, and the length's 20 inches and 22 inches. I have 2 bundles of 20 inches in front and 2 bundles of 22 inches in back. So as you know, with the VIXEN sew-in, it's a very versatile look, and you can part it in any direction you want pretty much. So there's 4 ways that you can part your hair. If you want to get this beautiful and very affordable hair from Wonders, the links are in the description box. So for starters, this is how their hair looked fresh out the package. Their quality is amazing and their bundles are very neat and strong. So really quick, I want to show you how my hair looks. A lot of you have a lot of questions about my hair, why I keep it short, and so many other reasons. So if you want to know, let me know in the description box that you want me to actually do an update on my hair journey. I like to pretty much keep my hair short for tutorials, and I'm going to show you how I like to prep my hair from start to finish. So my hair has already been washed and deep conditioned and everything. So now at this point, I'm using my hair tools to define where my part will be. With the classic VIXEN sew-in look, you're parting your hair in 4 directions. So first, I'm parting right down the middle where I want my middle part to be for my hairstyle. So once you've determined that, you then want to make sure to cross that section by parting another hair going on both sides of your head. So you want to part apart from ear to ear, and then you want to part from the middle of your head all the way to the back of your head. So I'm using clips to keep my hair sectioned as I prepare each section for sewing in my bundles. So very loosely, I put 4 sections into a ponytail so that you can have a visual of how your hair should look right before parting and braiding. So now, as you can tell, those will be my 4 sections, and once again, I'm using 4 bundles of hair. So now I'm parting a thick layer in the middle section of my head and also on the sides of my head. With this VIXEN sew-in, you do need a moderate amount of leave out. So you need leave out around the entire 4 sections of your head to achieve this look. So now at this point, I'm just loosely braiding the hair going all the way back, and I highly suggest that you make your parts as neat as possible. That's why I use a rat tail comb to part my sections so that it can create a very flawless finish to my hair. So now you're going to make sure to part near your other sections of ponytail so that you can have leave out that also crosses in the middle of your head. And then you're also going to part hair around the entire hairline of your head. So if you don't necessarily have healthy hair or healthy edge hair or hairline hair, then this may not be the best style for you. But if you have a long enough amount of hair and your hair is thick enough to cover your wefts, then you can definitely try this look and let me know if you like wearing the VIXEN sew-in. So now I'm just pointing in a direction where my braids will pretty much be. Now when you're doing this style on someone else, it's very easy to braid beehive braid patterns in each section, but I cannot braid upside down to save my life. So now I have some braiding hair here that I've already prepped by making sure to kind of thin out the ends for a very natural appearance. I'm then going to actually braid my hair, but first I'm demonstrating with my fingers exactly where you want your perimeter braid to be. Remember that your perimeter braid is smaller than the rest of your braids, and all it does is outline where your actual braid will be that's nearest to your leave out. So as you can see here, I went ahead and braided that off camera so you can see exactly what I mean. Now for the rest of the hair, I'm braiding in one direction, and I will not be adding braiding hair so that way I don't add any unnecessary bulk. Now I'm loosely braiding the tail ends together just a little bit so that it's pretty flat, and I'm going to use one hand to keep it flat against the base while I use a crochet hook to hook the hair through my braids. This is also called a latch hook. So I'm just making sure to distribute the weight of my hair or the bulkiness of my hair, so that way each section for my VIXEN will be very, very flat. Now there's a lot of different ways to braid your hair, but being that you're doing this yourself, which most people don't actually do, this allows for you to have a very easy braiding base before you begin sewing your extensions. The only thing you need to worry about is that perimeter braid as you see here, and making sure the braids in the middle are extremely flat. So when you press your hand against it, it should feel very flat to the surface. So now at this point, I'm going to show you how to thread a needle. And surprisingly, I actually get this request so much. People actually ask me on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and even an email how to thread a needle. And as you can see, the process is super simple to do. Now at this point, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to stitch down our weaving net. Your weaving net only needs to be sewn down to your perimeter braid. So now that you already have your section braided, this is how you want to stitch down your net. Always going through the net and under your braid, and when you come back out, you always want to loop your thread around your needle twice to pull through to create your knot. Now, as I was sewing this net, I made sure that the net did not extend past my braid, so that way I would not have to trim off any unnecessary net that's right in front of my perimeter braid. So if you're paying attention, as you can see here, I have no excess net in the very front. So the only netting that I will have to cut off is the netting that remains at the back of my section. Also, it's very helpful if you go ahead and braid all of your sections, but I wanted to just focus on one at a time for video purposes to show you how to do it. If I was actually braiding my hair off camera without recording a tutorial, I would have already went ahead and braided all of my braids and sewn in all the weaving net before I sewed in my bundles. But I wanted to just focus one area at a time so that you can see that the exact thing I'm doing here is the exact method you want to do to repeat on your other 3 sections of hair. Now that we're done stitching both sides and now that we're at the back is the same exact technique. The only thing you're doing is you're grabbing your netting and you're kind of bunching it up just a little bit so that it's a very flat surface and it's distributed throughout, because you don't want all the wrinkles of your excess net to be on one side. You kind of want to distribute it. So as you can see, I'm slightly pulling and tugging towards the area where I'm creating my knots so that it can be pretty spread apart before I actually cut off the netting. Now that I've finished sewing down my weaving net, I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to trim very closely to my perimeter braid, making sure not to trim off any knots. And that net is still going to be used for my other 3 sections. But this is exactly how you should look, and you should repeat the process on the other 3 sections for your VIXEN sew-in. The difference between this VIXEN sew-in and any other traditional install is that this does require a lot more leave out than even doing a partial sew-in, for example. Because with a partial sew-in, you can choose to have your edges left out or not, or you can also choose to have the back left out or not. But with a partial sew-in, you only pretty much need the middle section of your hair left out, or whichever section of your hair you want as your part. But when you're doing a VIXEN sew-in, this is the exact technique as far as leave out should go. And this style does require a bit of leave out. So like I said before, if your hair is not in its healthiest state or your hair gets damaged pretty easily with heat, then I don't suggest this. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin stitching down our very first bundle. Now remember, I have 4 bundles of Wanda's hair in the Peruvian straight hair texture, and those lengths are 20 inches and 22 inches. So the 2 22-inch bundles are used in front and the 2 22-inch bundles are used in back. Now before I add my hair extensions, I always like to secure a needle and thread at the beginning of my weft, and I go through the weft itself so that it's very secure before I begin stitching it. So now we're going to start off at the back section, and at the back I'm using 22 inches. So this entire section is going to be one 22-inch bundle, and I was demonstrating with my fingers the track placement when you're stitching. You want your tracks to go back and forth with a slight curvature being on the edge of your section. So that way when you're smoothing your hair back, it makes it look very flat, especially when you're wearing different types of hairstyles. So the same technique that I showed you when stitching down your actual netting is the same technique you want to do when stitching down your bundles. Now I'm making sure to speed up the parts that are a little bit repetitive because you pretty much get the idea of how that goes. But when I'm doing anything special, I slow down so I can show you that process, just like now. So that's that first track that you see there, and with my technique it lays extremely flat. Now what you want to do at this point is you want to fold the track going back into the opposite direction. This method is called the flip over method, or it's called the fold over method. The fold over method allows you to continue to stitch your entire bundle going back and forth without cutting through the weft. If you cut through the weft of your hair, you are increasing the chances of your hair shedding. It all depends on how your hair was constructed. So to prevent any shedding, and also to be able to wear your bundles as many times as you want to always incorporate the fold over method when stitching down your extensions. So I hope that tip helped. Now at this point I'm just continuing to stitch until I run out of space, and then once I do, I just double tie a knot and then I cut off the remaining thread. So far this is how it looks right before I begin stitching it with 2 bundle rows. So when I'm doing a VIXEN sew-in or any other type of sew-in, I like to sew 2 rows at a time in the middle. So right now I'm showing you my technique on how I do that. Now because I'm near the edge, I do not want much bulk at the edge, so I'm sewing one track at a time on the edge to do the flip over. Then once I successfully do the flip over and work my way back through again, I then join the other weft back together to sewing 2 wefts at a time. So that kind of sounded like a tongue twister, but if you're following along with me, you will get exactly what I mean. Always make sure that you're doing a flip over with 1 weft at the edge. When you flip back over and you're sewing through the middle section of your hair, you're then going to join back with 2 bundles of hair as you see here. So I'm only using 1 bundle of hair per section, but when I'm stitching 2 rows in the middle. And then when I get to the edge, I'm stitching with 1 row at a time. And as the visual, you can see exactly what I mean. So now that I'm on my very last section, I trim the hair so that I can begin stitching to finish off my 4th quadrant, which is the very back of my head. So that way I can complete this look. So every time you're finishing off sewing your very last section or bundle or weft, you want to make sure to secure about 2 to 3 knots so that it doesn't unravel. And as you can see here, I barely had any hair left over from that 1 bundle. I tried my best to fit all of the hair in as possible. Now when you're doing the VIXEN sew-in, I highly suggest that you use lengths of anywhere from 20 inches and above because it allows you to pretty much sew an entire bundle in one section. Now say for instance you wanted to do a VIXEN sew-in with hair that's a lot shorter, that's going to cause you to have to cut through your bundles more often because shorter bundles of hair usually have longer weft and longer bundles of hair usually have shorter weft because all bundles of hair are pretty much the same weight, whether it be 3.5 ounces or 4 ounces. So if you never knew that, now you know. Some bundles actually look longer or shorter than others because it has longer or shorter hair. And look at that, my cat wanted to make a little appearance into the video, but don't mind him. Right now we're gonna get ready to straighten out our hair. So I already went over the length of my hair with a flat iron, but I like to get a little bit closer to the roots to help tame down that little bit of kink that I have. Being that I have relaxed hair, I tend to have new growth very easily. So as you can see, I flattened out my roots and this is how seamless it looks so far, right before I finish styling up my hair. So I went ahead and finished putting the rest of my hair in ponytails so that you can see how versatile this style looks. This VIXEN sew-in is flawless. If you use my techniques, this is the type of results you should get with your VIXEN sew-in. And make sure your texture matches your texture of hair very well. I use Peruvian straight hair from Wonda's Hair. And as you can see, I have a very small amount of hair left over that didn't quite make it because I pretty much sewed in all my bundles. Now at this point, I'm going to show you a really quick spin around of how the hair looks, and I'm going to show you how seamlessly it blends in together. So when doing the VIXEN, you only want to leave out enough leave out to cover up your tracks. You don't want to leave out any more than necessary. And as you can tell, the hair blends very flawlessly. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a few styling products to tame down my edges just a little bit. Now I did not want super stylish edges. The main thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that the edges lasted all day. So I used a combination of hair gel as well as hairspray. I sprayed my hair first and then I'm applying a light application of hair gel. Now for those of you who try to have those super slick and laid down edges, the secret trick, ladies, listen up real quickly, real close. The secret trick is not using a lot of products. See, this is the thing. What's the point of having laid, slick down baby hairs if it looks like a ghost is sleeping on your hairline? That is not cute. So what I do is I only use a little bit of product and then I tie my hairline down with a scarf. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a different way that you can actually curl your hair, and that's with using flexi rods. So to use flexi rods, your hair just needs to be warm. So what I decided to do was I decided to go over a small section of my hair with a flat iron very slowly. The hair is already straight, so I wasn't flat ironing it to make it any straighter than it was. I was only going over one pass with my flat iron to make my hair warm, and I'm going to wait about 5 minutes till the hair cools. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you a color test because you want to know if this hair actually colors. Is this hair as good as I say it is? You can see for yourself. So I'm just using a regular store-bought bleach and I'm going to see if this hair can actually lighten so that way I can show you those results. So after the hair was actually shampooed and conditioned after I lightened it, this is how bright it got. And ladies, I only brighten the hair for about 5 to 10 minutes, no longer than that. And as you can see, it looks extremely brown and light. It was super easy straightening this hair, and all of the hair is actually colored or lightened, which means that this hair is 100% human hair, as they say. So now what I'm doing is I'm releasing my flexi rods now that my hair has cooled down. And as you can see, that hair is super bouncy. So I only added about a little bit of hairspray to my hair before I actually flat ironed it so that I can have a little bit of hold with my curls. And as you can see here, the style turned out so beautiful. And the flexi rods actually made my hair turn out with a slight wave. So now at this point, I'm gonna show you how this style looks because this is a VIXEN sew-in, so we wanna see how laid them parts are. So what I'm doing is I'm actually doing an under braid on my hair, making sure to smooth each section as I go. And I'm just simply putting 2 braids on both sides of my hair. So right after I do that, I like to braid down just a little bit past my head, and then I like to take an ouchless rubber band or ouchless hair tie. And then I just add it right there to that ponytail, making sure to leave the ends loose. So now that that's secured, I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to slightly open up my braid so that way it doesn't look so tight near the ends. So now that I've done the other section, this is what it looks like. So for this style, I decided to do 2 braids, and I have my middle part, as you can see there, very clearly and visibly seen because this is the VIXEN sew-in. So you can choose to part your hair down the middle, or you can part it from ear to ear, whatever type of style you choose to do. So now here's another style you can do. You can do a half up, half down hairstyle. And as you can see here, I just put my hair into a high ponytail and I have it divided from ear to ear. And really quickly, I want to show you how it looks. So you can move your hair to one side or to the other side to create a slightly different effect with your VIXEN sew-in. So now I'm gonna spin to the back to show you how my parting looks. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my hair in a high bun so that you can see it in a different style as well. So for those of you ladies who like to wear that cute little high bun up top, this style is perfect for that look. And then that's it, ladies. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. And once again, the hair I am wearing is from Wonders, and this is the VIXEN sew-in. I installed 4 bundles of hair, so I have 1 bundle in each section. I have 2 bundles in front that are 20 inches, and then I have 2 bundles in back that are 22 inches. So if you've ever worn this style before, let me know how it went. And if you want to do this style, let me know what type of look that you want to achieve with your VIXEN sew-in. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to comment, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications because I got some amazing videos coming up next. As y'all can see, we got some bonus scenes going on, and I actually don't show anything personal really that goes on in my life. But you know, it's actually pretty hard to edit tutorials when you got 2 fur babes that's living with you. So this cat here, his name is Herky, which is short for Hercules. So he liked to make sure to jump up, bite my fingers, and jump on my back every time I'm doing my tutorials. But y'all would never know. And oh yeah, he bites a lot. So I want to thank y'all once again for watching. And if you want to see more little personal clips and videos like this, just let me know down in the comment section.